So you understand how and why I'm comparing these two specific basketballs is because this is the Wilson TF 250. This series of basketballs on the spectrum of composite leather basketballs, meaning over here you have the rubber end of the composite leather spectrum. Basketballs that, if you didn't know they were composite leather, you would just think that the basketball was straight up genuine leather. On that spectrum, the Spalding TF series of basketballs are engineered to be more towards the leather end of that composite leather spectrum, whereas the Wilson Forge series are meant to be more towards the rubber end of that spectrum. So when we talk about this basketball specifically, this is the Wilson Forge Plus UV. According to Wilson, this is the highest level basketball in their series. Remember, this series is on the rubber end of the spectrum. On the Spalding TF series, this basketball is considered the lowest tier in that series. Only, not because it's a bad quality basketball or anything like that, it's only because since this series is more towards the leather end of the spectrum, this basketball is the basketball that's considered the closest towards the rubber end of that spectrum. So the Wilson basketball is the basketball that's most towards the middle in terms of the composite leather spectrum, just like this basketball is considered the closest towards the middle of that composite leather spectrum. That's why I'm comparing these basketballs against each other, because this is the basketball that's the most leather feeling basketball that's on the rubber end of the spectrum, and this is the most rubber feeling basketball in a series of basketballs that are supposed to be on the leather end of that composite leather spectrum. So since this is the most leathery feeling basketball and this is the most rubbery feeling basketball, they pretty much line up right next to each other in the very middle of that composite leather spectrum. That's why they're apt to be compared to each other, especially considering they are the basketballs in the middle of the signature series of both companies.